Hi, I'm Jake with the Intermark Group, the nation's largest psychology-driven marketing firm, and welcome to this week's CMO Minute. In this week's CMO Minute, we're going to discuss, of course, March Madness. All of us are watching it, right? Particularly those of us in the marketing space, but there's some interesting trends going on we need to be aware of. The most obvious is the decline in number of people that are reported to be watching the tournament. It has dropped by 25% over the last 4 years. Now, this is accompanying a linear drop in the number of people saying they're going to watch it on plug TV. Now, this drop in viewership at first appears alarming from a media perspective until you realize that still cable and satellite is still the dominant format, although the trend to online is accelerating. The bigger trend here is the drop in overall viewership. And we're seeing this across all sports. And that raises a larger question. What's going on? There's a larger trend here that few people are talking about, and that is the shift in viewership in terms of the average age. Our friends at the Sports Business Journal have been tracking this over the last couple of decades, and they're seeing an alarming trend. The average age of all sports viewers is increasing. And what this indicates is that Gen Z just isn't watching sports at the same rate as their parents. They'd rather watch highlights of sports than the full programming, as they value their time and don't want to sit down for a multiple hour live event. We expect to see this accelerate, and we expect to see it show up in other areas. We're going to be discussing this trend and sports in general at this week's blog at intermarkgroup.com/insights. As always, feel free to reach out to me for other questions, and we'll talk to you next week at the CMO Minute.